thought I'd show you what technique I've used on this little pot here to ebonize it. It's a little different technique than what I normally use. I usually use a leather dye, which makes the piece very black. But I thought, being oak, I could take advantage of some of that nice color that's there in the wood, as well as take advantage of the tannic acid that's in oak to ebonize it. So what I've got here in this old yogurt container is some distilled white vinegar. It's from the grocery store, and I've got some old rusty nails in there. I don't know what all I put in here now. It's hard to see, but just left some nails out in the weather, or found some outside and threw them in the vinegar for an evening, for a day, to let the chemical reactions start to work. This has been cooking away now for probably a couple months now, but it's the chemical reaction between the iron oxide, the rust and vinegar, and the tannic acid that's in the oak that changes it, changes the color, turns the color of the wood really dark like this. So I thought I'd just show you. It's really simple. I use a cheap brush, and I just get the brush wet, and I just paint it on. And you should be able to start to see a bit of a color change in the wood. So these little pots were turned out of red oak burl that a friend of mine graciously gave me, and I don't typically mess around with oak, although I think it's a really great wood. It's not something I found my work can use. But then I thought about these little black pots I used to make and how they might benefit from some of the warping that occurs, irregular kind of warping that occurs when the oak burl dries. Kind of a little bit like madrone burl, but not nearly as extreme. So I don't know if that's showing up well in the video, but I can definitely tell it's definitely darker than it was when I started. And that's not just the fact that it's damp. And if I leave it, if we leave it here, it should continue to darken. This was this piece just had one application of this, really, and it wound up turning that black. Let's do this one while we're waiting. This one has a wire brushed texture on it. Same wood, same oak burl, red oak burl. I'm gonna make sure I get it down there and all the little scratch marks. There you can see where it's just where the glove is wet. You can see where it's changing color there. This could also probably be applied with a foam brush or a rag. I just have these cheap brushes in the shop usually. Yeah, that's turning quite nice. Yeah, that's really nice. But you can see you get a nice dark stain, and yet you still get some of the warmth of the oak tones coming through, as well as some of the various figure of the grain. That's all there is to it. Hope that makes sense. Thanks for watching.